Hey there, it's Patmos, and nice of you to join me for yet another episode with us Ostriv's little town. We have 518 people in it, and we were trying to expand it with people, but also with some more industries, like the glassworks, because right now, well, we've built all of these row houses without the glassworks in play, but now we do need the glassworks to finish this row house, so let's make sure we get the glassworks up. And, well, we have to think about what's next. So maybe an extra farm. There's still these sheep places coming in. So that's something that we have to consider. So there's a lot of stuff to do. We also see that we have more industries here and here. So it could be interesting to build a little settlement here and get some houses going. Then we can have industries here and maybe some industries here. So that could be nice. Or maybe this whole part should be a town and here should be the industries. Anyway, plenty of plans. We'll just have to execute them now. And, well, that's what we're trying. So far, it's May. The fields got sown in quickly, and now we're just waiting for them to produce. How much buckwheat do we have? 20,000. We have 7,500 potatoes, so that's all good. We have plenty of flour. We even have some wheat to spare. So, okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all, I would say. Plenty of firewood, plenty of drinking water. So those are all good. I think we can even go speed 3 for a little bit, just to speed up the production of the house, get to the well, and then start working on the glassworks. That would be interesting. Now here we have these nice orchards, which will take quite some time before they will actually start to produce, but that's for the future. We need those in the future. That's why we have prepared them for now. Right now we need these buildings. Alright, this tanner is only doing leather. This one is already producing some wool, I guess. Yeah, so we get broadcloth already. Now we need sheepskin as well. And then we can really start to produce winter clothing. Warm clothes raw materials are broadcloth and tanned sheepskin. So yeah, we need to start tanning some sheepskin for some warm clothing. Somebody broke their leg. That's not good. Hopefully we can heal them in the barber surgeon. I think we can. And right now, speed 3, things go rather quickly. So that's okay. Now let's see. There's no room here right now for some extra farmland. There's no room here. There's plenty of room here, but this is quite far away from any people that can work there. So that's one of my concerns. And, ooh, let's sell some shoes. Let's make some money now because we are down to 1,600, 1,700. All right, so there's money coming in. That's good. Just having some more will not hurt. Orilka, no, those are all the things that we don't have. But, well, we do have this, so that's good. At least we'll make some money this way. Now, we could make some farmland here, but I think we really should develop something of a little town here. Get a few bridges going. And maybe we should do it vice versa. Start with the bridges. And then make sure that we build a town here, but then we know at least where the bridges are. Alright, is this a bit too far? Yeah, I think we can make it start right here, like this. Yep. And I guess infrastructure now is quite important in this stage of the game. So having these bridges up will really help to settle this area. And speed things up, because now people might be coming from here, walking over here, then all the way here, and then they go here. Or I saw somebody walking this way lately. So maybe getting the extra bridges will help out. Alright, we're stacking up hay. We still have almost 20,000, but the more we get, the better it is. And the glassworks is coming together nicely. Do we have some potash? Yes, we already have potash. Very good. We're also storing... No, we're not storing some of these goods, I think. At least we should not. Every time we get enough lye, we produce potash. Alright, let's put like 4 workers in here. We don't need too many. We don't need to produce any glassware yet. We're not going to sell it. Glassware is nice, but there's no real reason to get it. Alright, let's sell some salt in Mirefa. Let's sell some iron. Since we are producing good amounts of that, let's buy a bit of warm clothing because we are still quite far away from producing it ourselves. And this should be it. So let's leave it at this. Let's slow down a bit again because we're going way too fast now. Alright, they're bringing in sand. Let's tell them that they can be supplied by different sources. I also would like these to start working with some charcoal. So this could be interesting. And the tanner is ready. Now they're not tanning anything here, but they're only going to do sheepskin. It's no use putting people in here yet, because we don't have any sheepskin available yet. But later on we will. So then it can be of good use. Right now, I think... Yeah, this is already completely filled up. This is also filled up. We need another warehouse for the glassworks and the potash and things like that. Just to make sure that we can store all those goods in a useful place. I think we can just do it opposite to this one. That would be interesting. And maybe get a cart parking on the back side of this building. So that we have a few extra carts available in this area. There we go. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Like this. Alright, they're building a well here now. Then we get to 2 village houses. Alright, we have to start storing things that have to go with the sheep. So, I don't think we have those yet. Sheep hides and things like that. Yeah, sheep hides, sheepskin. Alright, let's do 2,500 each, so at least we can start to store that. Are we also storing wool already here? No, there's no wool in here. There's no other storage, so we can also store the wool in here. And all those things mean that we're finally getting some stockpiles going. Or at least we should. We're also not storing brothcloth in here that we also need for the production. So let's start storing that too. We actually produced that already, so that could be put in here. Let's do apply to all and apply to all. And I will get workers in here that start to supply things. Okay. We need a functioning tavern. Ooh, I guess we need to buy some drinks. Can't buy drinks there, so that ain't gonna work. That should also be a focus, I guess, producing some of our own drinks. We don't have a hop yard or anything yet, so we're not producing that. And we're still quite short of people, even though the harvest did not start yet. Probably because of all the hay dryers, so that's okay. It's not that bad, actually. Just as all the farms pay a higher wage, then it's good. So far, they all seem to do that, so people will go to the farms first. Yeah, alright. Stone well is ready. So the harvest can start in about half a month. Are we completely out of all drinks? We don't have mead, we don't have beer, and we don't have potash. No, we don't have horilka. Yeah, so we're completely out of drinks. That's why we can't get new people in at this point. And there is no housing available. Now we're building the extra houses now. And maybe we should finish the row house soon too. Quite simply because we can house a lot of people in there. But we do need to get a working tavern for that. Luckily, we're back in the money. So that gives us the opportunity to do some useful things with that concerning the beer making industry. And getting the beer industry here could be interesting because then we can plant the hop yards right here. Let's go see. Yeah, here we have a hop yard. We can make these pretty big, I believe. Let's just try and see how big we can make it. Oh, that's too long. Too long, okay. Well, it can actually be quite big. Too long. Okay. Let's try and find the max. Something like this. Then go all the way back up. There we go. Then at least we'll get the first hop yard. And with the first hops coming in, that will take time, of course, but once the first hops come in, we can really start to brew our own beer, I believe. Now, we do need other goods to actually produce beer. We can read it in here. The first are the hops. They're dried and the barley is germinated and dried. So we also need barley. We don't have barley yet, so that's something we'll have to produce on a new farm. But I was planning on getting a new farm anyway. And I believe we can switch out the barley. Like if we check this, the barley can go easily with buckwheat or hemp or flax. So that's fine. Or even with potatoes, I think. Yeah. So we can produce extra potatoes and buckwheat for the people and barley for the hop yard. So that could be real interesting to try and focus on that a little bit soon. Another message from Mereva, but we can't buy booze there. So that's not very useful. Wish we would get a more interesting person. Luckily we're on speed 3 now for a bit. Let's do it like this. I want one of those bridges up. So with the speed 3 we can actually get a few buildings done. We'll go back to speed 2 soon. Well, these should also be bringing in a nice harvest for themselves. Hopefully. Are these now year 1? Yeah, so 2 more years and we get a nice yield out of it. This is all 11 years, 3 years, so we get more apples now. Yeah. Alright, this is all industry. Here we have sales. But are we selling plenty of apples? I want to sell more apples. Do we store apples in here? Yeah, plenty of apples in here. Alright, apples, buckwheat, firewood, dried fish. There's the dried fish in there. Also milk and mead. There's no milk in here. I thought we already had a dairy works. Yeah, we also create butter and stuff. So we should get the milk out of here. I don't want to sell milk anymore because it needs to go to the dairy works. Then we can sell some cheese here. So let's put in some cheese. I say 250. So we can sell that. Beef. Now we can also put some beef in here. We're not really slaughtering animals at this point, but soon we will again, and then we can actually really sell it. We could already check now to see if there's bulls that we can slaughter. Yes, there are. Quite a few. Bull. How many 1-year-olds do we have? That's a lot. Alright, well, we can slaughter 6 bulls. That's good for the production of leather. We'll need more hides for that. And it's good for the beef production. Now, we also have some tallow. I believe we need that in the soap production. But I'm just not really tempted to start producing soap already. I wouldn't know why we would start producing soap. It's very costly. And we'll have other worries now first, like get a working tavern. Because now all these houses will be occupied by people that get married and not new people that come in. Now if we get the right trader in, we can buy a lot of drinks and that should work things out. But alright, here we have the fulling mill. Do we have the... yeah, we have the trading post, so that's good. We also sell apples there. It's just that we're not getting any traders in. What's this? Ah, we need carts in here. Thanks for the notification, so we don't forget. And right here, we need to start storing all these goods, like window glass, potash. Let's see. Let's just find everything. We need to store some ash, but only 500. I just want to have some in storage. And now we have the time to really produce it. So let's try that. Ash, then we'll get to lye. We also want to store 500 lye. From there on, we get to the potash, I think. So let's click this one and find the potash. Yes, also store 500 potash. And then we should store window glass up to, I don't know, 1500, something like that. And that should be it for now. But then at least we get these goods in and they can store them. Messenger from Mirefa again. I don't want that. Let's see, the world map. I think we should go to Barvin Cove. I think there's some booze to be bought there. So let's just send somebody out. See what we can get. Anything we can sell to these? Well, we can sell another batch of iron. Probably can sell some extra salt. Just to make some money that we can later use to buy other goods. Should we buy some weed? No, not really. And the messenger is gone already. There goes our ship to Barvin Cove. Now, I think if we start to order some goods now, they will only arrive after the winter, because during the winter time those ships can't arrive. But at least we'll have them ordered then, and then by the start of the next season we will get them in. We can see that the row house has all the goods, so it's getting built. And this should provide space for some new families. Still have the issue with the tavern, but that can be fixed at some point. These still need to hire a lot of people. This one is almost done, so this should be good. Once this one is completely done, these people that are hired should go to other places. Ooh, they're buying good amounts now from all the villagers with gardens. I like that. Ah, these got in good yields. Look at this. 200 marrow. These have 500 peas. 239 onions. Yeah, they did well for themselves. And if we consider the fact that an adult eats 100 food a year, these can probably sustain themselves for quite a while. Alright, messenger arrived. Let's buy Horilka. I'd say let's get 3,500. It's expensive, but we now have the money for it. And we're going to need it for a long time. That's all we need to get anyway, so no problem there. Let's just buy it. Now let's see. Ah, the ship is on his way. Hopefully he reaches us before the... Oh, I don't think so. I don't think so. It won't reach us in time. October. Maybe it reaches us in time, but I doubt it. Oh, probably November is also not a frozen month. So yeah, then it should make it in time and we can get new people in the winter time. That should be perfect. Then we don't have to wait all that time. Ooh, I would very much appreciate that if that happens. Now we should have 2 functioning taverns, I believe. I know of one. But do we have 2? Actually, I don't think so. Let's go check. Where's the tavern? Find it. There's one. Alright. And there's one. Alright, we'll have 2 taverns. Maybe we should get another one up here just to make sure that we provide the drinks here and have one of them at least functional. As long as one of them is functional, we get that bonus. Alright, let's put in some Horilka here that we bought. Not too much, but just some. Like 750. And then once it's in, they can bring it there. And we can get that booze. Also 500 in here. The milk is in here, but that's because of the dairy, so that's good. I should get the Horilka out of this one. No, because there's a tavern here that we need to supply. Alright, I'll leave it as it is. Row house ready. Perfect. It's all vacant, but at least it's ready. And if a family wants to get married, they can get married and move in. So that's also a positive thing. More and more people can get married and make new babies for the town. How far along is this one? Ah, it's reaching us in time. It's reaching us in time. And we'll probably see by the time it gets here, we'll get a messenger from a place that we did not send one to, where we can also buy the booze, but that's okay. We've bought it now, and we'll make good use of it to ensure the town growth, because that's basically what we need it for, to grow the town. Somebody has the flu. Messenger from Balaklia. Well, can't buy drinks there, so we made the right decision. We can buy stones there. And I like to get as many stones as possible, because later on we will need them. Anything we can sell? I don't think we have anything. Ah, we have 900 in the export stock. Let's sell that then. Why not? Do we have honey? No. Okay, that's it. Ooh, we have a few white lines, but we also have a bridge done. That should help speed things up a bit. Now we get the 2 sheep farms. Do we really need the 2 sheep farms? I think we could go for this. But I also want to start making this area into what I want it to be. So let's get going. We need a granary first. Just to make sure that things are okay here. We'll place the granary here, I think. Yes. Then we'll have to put in a few marketplaces. 1. We'll start off with 2. We can always add... No, we'll need 3 straight away, I think. Alright, let's get 3. And... then we can basically start to get housing going. There's not too much space here, so we need to probably get pretty small houses. But that's fine. Let's just rotate them, place them a bit alongside the water. And we'll make them just a bit shorter than they were before. Not too much, of course, otherwise the house won't fit in. Something like this. I think this is good. And then we'll build another one next to it. Hit the F1 button. We can even change the shape of the gardens a little bit. Move the direction of the house slightly. So that it goes along with the coastline. That should be interesting. Let's hit the F1 button. Can't be built on the water. No, that's usually the case. Well, there are ways to build on the water, but I don't think they have the technology right now. Alright, 3 houses. Let's now turn them around and build 3 houses this way too. Alright, maybe we should just do it like this then. This could be an interesting shape. Let's hit the F1 button and move this over a bit, so it's just faced a bit better. Well, better, I don't know, better is the right word, but more as I want it to face. This one too. Ooh, just a tiny bit, not completely. Let's move this backwards a bit like this. Okay, now we'll put some old wells here, because I like them, and they won't use any stone. I think we can also place a well here. Yep. That'll be nice for the people that go visit here. Now these are houses with gardens. I'm also thinking about doing a few without. So we really get the most use of the area. Oh, they're starting to bring goods to the bridge already. That's nice. And they're building the sheep farm now. Then we can start to move a few sheeps over. And that should be functional. Ooh, we have a little bit of broadcloth. Not enough wool. Yeah, we need to produce more wool, but for that we need a lot more sheep. We've gotten 4 sheep since last time, so that's not a lot. Can we could buy some extra sheep. Let's see how much we can actually make by selling some stuff. And then see if we can buy some sheep for that amount. Because we don't have that much money again, because of all the booze that we bought. What does it cost if we want to buy like 5 sheep and... Oh, we don't have to buy a ram, we already have one. So what if we just buy 6 sheep? 210. Yeah, well, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah, let's buy 6 sheep. And then once they get in... Once this is not done, they will be put in here as extra and we can just move them over. But once this one is done, we just get the food in there. And make sure that the sheep can go in here. How long will they travel? Oh, this is the shortest route, so that could be interesting. Not sure if they will finish this in time. And if they put them in the new one as soon as it's done, but we have not put food in there, they will starve. So we'll immediately have to start moving them to the other shit then. So it is precarious, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll manage. Let's speed up a bit until we get to the point where this is done or the sheep are in. Kinda hopeful that this won't be done by the time the sheep get here. They'll just go to the other sheep farm. Yeah, I don't see this progressing as far as it has to go. So these will probably go to the other sheep farm. And then we can just move them in the new one as soon as it's completely ready. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Messenger from Balaklia. Again. Okay. Well, let's sell another batch of 500 clothing. So we've paid for the sheep. Now, all the new sheep should go in that one, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's do apply to all and apply to all. Although I do want to get the men out. Use a fallow field. Now the sheep should already be on their way to this one. Yeah, they entered here. Alright, that went well. And now soon we can start to move them. As soon as we have food and drinks in here and enough people to maintain it. And I think we have now 3 people in there. They have food, they have water. We have one 5-month-old ram, but the good thing is, as soon as it's getting to 6 months, I believe, it should be fine. Then it should be able to work on getting us more sheep. Ooh, we get some wool already. That's nice. There's a few sheep in here now. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has 11 animals in total, so more sheep. So we'll move over 2 more sheep, I think. Yeah, these now have a few sheep that can reproduce, and this one has. I don't think we need this sheep farm yet, because we don't have the sheep for it. We don't have money to buy them all, or we do have, but we don't want to spend it. We do need the extra tavern, although this is now functional, apparently. So this should start to fill up. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are short on booze now. So every time the tavern has some booze, it will get bought immediately. And there, it's why it's flickering on and off. And what we need to do now is just wait a bit until it stabilizes again. And then it will be fine in here. Not enough food variety. We have buckwheat, we have apples... We have potatoes, we have flour, so plenty of different types of food. Buckwheat, apples. Are we not selling potatoes here? Yes, we are. Flour, no. No. We are not selling potatoes here. Let's start selling potatoes here. That should help with the food variety. Maybe even sell some salt here. People will also want to buy salt. And that makes us more money, that's just always good, so... Alright, let's slow down again. We can see that nobody moved in yet because of the taverns. But yeah, getting another 80 horilka in. And they start to sell it again. It'll all come together. Just give them time. All the needs are met now. And all we need is one family to start moving in then. And then later on it can be set to not working again, but we'll see. Interesting fact, we have 157 men and 170 women, so we could use a few more men in our town. But we'll see. We can see that there's about 20 vacancies all the time and 1 person looking for a job, so that's not that bad. It's not like we run too high numbers, but it would be good if we would have a few more people looking for a job. That might be very helpful. Messenger from Merefa. Let's sell another 900 sunflower oil. Let's sell another 500 iron. And let's sell some more salts. That should make us a bit of money that we need. A new family is settling in town. Perfect. Ooh, 2 very old people. But it's okay, it's okay. This is an interesting family, and this one can get married, so that will occupy another house probably. I don't know how quickly she'll get married. That would be interesting to watch. See Valentina, if she's going to get married quickly. There's something calming about watching the clouds drift by. Well, I guess she doesn't have a lot to do in her life, since she's just watching the clouds. Good thing she comes to our village. We can put her to work. No shortage of work here. We can now see that the entertainment need has somewhat settled, so that's good. That's a nice addition. Visiting the church. Oh, that's a good thing. They come into town and immediately start visiting the church. So these are good religious people. So yeah, the entertainment need is now settled. I like that. New family settling in town. Perfect. That means more and more people looking for a job. And the tavern is being built. They're also bringing goods to this bridge already. Ah, the white lines are all at the bridges, so that's interesting. I have to remember that. And maybe we can report that to the devs. Big hay barracks, but there's not a lot of hay in there. Ah, we can slaughter a few more bulls. Totally forgot about these. That's the thing, once you have a big town like I have, you sometimes forget about all the different places you have. But that's okay. We can slaughter a lot of bulls. Get more leather out of that. We're still gathering raw materials for this batch, although that should not take too long. This one is not producing bark. I think we should make this one produce bark. So that it's closer for these guys to get it. The water is closed because they have the platform here, so that's no issue. And we can also supply them by wagon now. Another family settling in town. Getting a second family in here. Also a nice family with good amounts of people. And we're getting closer to the sowing season. That should help out with that too. Plenty of food and water here. We get more milk. So the dairy should be working at a good pace. The more food we get, the better. Now, as soon as the spring starts, we should get wool out of this. And, ooh, our hop yard is ready. Let's start putting workers in there too. We'll start off with a few ladies. Now, in March, these also need to start sowing, so we're not going to get them out that way. But I don't... Yeah, planting season is March through May. It takes 4 months for hops to be ready for harvesting. So if they all plant it all in March, you have April, May, June, July, so they will start harvesting in July. So maybe we can tell these that during the off season, which could be, I don't know, maybe October and November, December, January, February. In those months they can do different jobs because they're not sowing anything now. We just have to make sure that we have enough people available, of course, during the other months. So maybe we should not count February and we won't count September too. So in March or in February they will hire, meaning that all the available ladies will go in there. They will start sowing quickly, then they can do the harvest in August and September. And then they'll become available for harvesting on other farms. And then we'll see. If they finished harvesting all the time in July or August, we can also put September in there to make them all available. But this is a good way to make sure that we have more workers available for the farms too. Another new family settling in town. We grew to 550 people. There's no more vacancies, so all the houses are done. But we're getting a new area built soon. Let's wait until this bridge is done. That should also help people to speed up a bit with their movement throughout town. And especially help the people that start living here to go to all the places that they want to go to. Let's see if we get new white lines. That could be interesting to see. Ah, there's just some nails needed and then they can finish it. I think, yeah, the nails come. Yeah, good afternoon. All right, that's fine. Cart is empty. He's getting the cart back to the storage. lives there. Alright, well, they should finish this now. Come on, finish the bridge. We want it done. I like a town with a lot of bridges. That's always looking very cool. Could use a little variety in bridges, maybe, but... Alright, there we are. Another bridge is done. One more way people can walk. Alright, well, we've grew a bit. We've grown our money. And we have made plans for the future to start basically settling down in this area. So I think we did okay. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then, of course, I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.